Hopefully you can both hear me and watch my screen as well. So here is a question. This is something that we had learned in the last class. Just to warm up, let's just quickly do these questions. And once we do these questions, once you have the answers to these questions, then we can move forward to the next topic. Please turn on your cameras and start solving these questions. Answers in the chat box, please. Ms. Noor, please start solving these questions that are here on the screen and answers in the chat box, please. Can you hear us, Ms. Noor? Please start solving these questions quickly. You people have just 4 minutes to solve all these 3 questions. Correct. 7A Arman, correct. No. 7B incorrect. Check again your answer for 7B, it's incorrect. Miss Sanam, answer for 7A and 7B. So once it's been reduced, then it increases again by 25%. So it would increase by 25% of what it was after getting reduced. So it got reduced to 75. Okay, so for question number 1, quickly the solution is that the initial price of quote we are told it is 100 and then it is reduced by 25%. So if it is reduced by 25%, that means only 75% of it remain. So it would become 100 into 75%, which will be 75. So Mr. Arman did this part correct. Then the after the sale, its price increased by 25% again. So 25% of what? 25% of this 75. And if I increase 25% of 75, it would become 75 into 125% or 75 into 1.25, which would be 93.75. So this is 93.75. 7B, Miss Note, 7B is incorrect. It would be 93.75, and I've just shown the solution. Do you understand this? Miss Noor? All right. Quickly, 8A and 8B. All right. For question number 8, what we'll do is the farmer, he has 250 chickens to be sold. In the first hour, he sells 8%. So if he sells 8%, how many chicken has he sold in total? So first he sells 8% of 250. So let me quickly calculate 250 into 8%. 250 into 8%, 250 into 0.08, that would be 20 chickens. So initially he has sold 20 chickens. Then after he sells 20 chickens, what remains with him are 230 chickens. Out of those 230 in the second hour, he sells 10% of those that were left. So now he sells 10% of this 230. So 10% of this 230, it would be 23. So initially he sold 20 and then he sold 23. So in total he has sold 43 chicken. What percentage of the original number did he manage to sell in those 2 hours? So he sold 43 out of 250, and if I multiply that with 100, I get the percentage. What's the answer? Listen, what's the answer? 17.2%. And do you understand how we got this 17.2%? No? So the farmer, he sells, initially he had how many chickens? Quickly, respond quickly. Initially he had how many chickens? How many did he sell out of that? What's 8% of 250? Calculate on the calculator. Hmm. It's 20. 8% of 250 is 20. How much is it? 8%. Because he sold 8%. So either you do 250 into 8% or you do 250 into 8 by 100. Same thing. 8% is 8 by 100. Listen, I'm understood why we did 250 into 8%. How much how much is 8% of 250? 20. So if he sells 20 chickens, how many does he have left now? 250 minus 20 is 220. 230. So he has 230 left now. Out of those 230, how many does he sell? 10%. What's 10% of 230? 23. So first he sold 20, now he sold 23. So how many did he sell in total? 43. So that's how we got answer to part 1, 43. And then in part B, it asks how many did he sell as a percentage of the original. So 43 divided by how many did he have initially? So 43 out of 250 into 100. What's the answer? You are selling 8%, you are left with 92%. He is not asking how much are you left with. He is asking how many have you sold? How many did the farmer sell? Not how many were left after what he sold. Okay, if we were to calculate how many are left, then we would do 92% and later on 90% once he sells 10%. Understood? Quickly note down the solution if you haven't already. Anybody who has solved question number 9? All right, question number 9, it says the number of fish on a fish farm increases approximately by 10% each month. If there were originally 350 fish, calculate the nearest 100. How many fish would there be after 12 months? So how do we do this? Initially fish were 350, then they became, if they increase 1 month by 10%, if they increase 1 month by 10%, so it would become 110%. But this happens a number of times. How many times? Whatever the answer, then that would become 110%. Whatever the answer, then that would become 110%. So it would happen 12 times. So we can say 350 S is equal to P into 1 plus I raised to the power n. So 110% raised to the power 12. 110% raised to the power 12. By the way, does any one of you know the formula of compound interest? Does any one of you know the formula for compound interest? So if there is, sorry, no, there are two interests. One, we have the simple growth, in which we have S is equal to P into 1 plus RT or 1 plus IT. This is simple interest. This I is in percentage. Then the other growth is compound growth. So S is equal to P into 1 plus growth percentage raised to the power n. This is when an amount increases. So first, in what would happen initially, the first month they were 350. If they increase by 10%, they would increase by 35. So now their number, it would become 385. Now they would increase 10% of this number, and then 10% of the next number, and then 10% of the next number. This is compound growth. So for this, we can use simply this formula, S is equal to P into 1 plus I percent raised to the power n. So the final number would be initial number 350, and then 1 plus 10% would be 0.1 in decimal raised to the power 12. So if you put this in your calculator, 350 into 1.01 bracket close raised to the power 12. Anybody who can tell me what's the answer that you're getting? Ms. Noor, did you understand this thing? How we calculated the growth? Kind of. Okay. Shall I explain it again? So what's happening right now is that initially there is a number of fish in the pond, and then the next month they would have increased by 10%. If they increase by 10%, I will have a new number. Next month, whatever the number was at the start of second month, they will increase by 10% of that in the third month. And the fourth month, they will increase by 10% of what the number was in the third month. So the amount by which they are growing, that number is also increasing. Do you get it? So for that, we will use this formula. S is equal to P into 1 plus growth percentage raised to the power n. S is the future number or future value. P is present value. What's their value right now? I percent is the rate of growth, and n is for how many periods does it grow. Do you get it now? Put it in the calculator and tell me what are you getting as answer. Arman, did you understand this thing? What's the answer that you're getting? What did you write in the calculator? Your answer is close. It is the rule of compound interest, but it is growing by same amount over here as well. It is growing by the same pattern over here as well. This is the rule of compound interest, correct? So it would become 1100. Can I do it in the way you sent me the picture? So your picture, it says Present amount is 350, then 1 plus what's the growth percentage, 10 over 100, and then raised to the power 12. So 1098, Arman, since you're getting that answer, we have to round off the answer to nearest 100. So the answer would be 1100. So Sir Arman has understood. Miss Anam, do you understand this? So compound growth is where a growth happens and it keeps on happening at the same period on whatever the amount has increased by. If the growth is happening on the initial amount, so if they tell me that fish they are growing by 10% of the original amount for 10 months, then it would mean that each month they would grow by 35. 10% of 350 would be 35, right? But that is simple interest. Here what's happening, or that would be simple growth. Here what's happening is compound growth. Whatever new number is, now 10% would apply on that. Whatever new number, now it would be 10% of that, and it would keep on increasing that way. So 1100 is the answer for this one. All right, moving to the next concepts or next bit of practice. This is what we have to finish today. I don't remember it correctly, but did Ilyas attend the last class? Does any of you remember? I think he didn't, right? All right, so in this one, you have to do let's say question number B, D, and B, D, or in fact B, E, and F. B, E, sorry, B, E, and F. Let me show you how to do A. Okay, so it says there is a number which is unknown, and 40% of that number is how much? 240. 40% of this number is 240. So I say 40% or 40 over 100 multiply by this unknown number. This will be equal to 240. So if I rearrange the values, x will become equal to 240 into 100 by 40. Any confusion in this step, Ms. Noor? Do you understand this step or do you not understand this step? Did you understand the step number 1? So when we are switching side, the fraction it reverses. What was dividing over here, it gets multiplied to the other side, and what was multiplying over here, it gets divided to the other side. Okay, so now we simply solve the fraction on the calculator and you get the answer. So 4 cancels, sorry, 0 cancels 0, 4 ones are 4, 4, 6 are 24. So the original number x, it was 600. This is the answer. Understood? Let me quickly do part, let's say C as well. So 85% of a particular number is 765. 85%, so I write 85% multiply by, or 85 by 100. Instead of 85%, I write 85 by 100 into x is equal to 765, and then x will be equal to 765 into 100 by 85. So if I do this quickly in the calculator, 765 divided by 85, the answer x will be equal to 900. So x was the original number, 85% of which is 765. If you people could quickly attempt question number B, E, and F now. Sorry? What is the value of x? That is what you have to find out. You have to find out the value of x. Subhanallah, weren't you listening to the explanation that I was giving? I told you how to find out the value of x. Here, look again. So for question number 1, 40% of x is 240. So I can write that 40 over 100, this is 40%. And if I multiply it with x, this is 40% of x, right? This is equal to 240. And now this 40 is multiplying over here, this 100 is dividing. So if I take them to the other side, 100 would multiply and 40 would divide on the other side of the equation. So it becomes 240 into 100 by 40. So in your calculator, did you get this step? So if you put this in calculator, 240 into 100 by 40, you get 600. And this is x. Ms. Noor, did you understand this thing? So what's the answer for part? Which one are you doing right now? C, I did. So you're copying the solution, and after that you have to do B, E, and F. Miss, no. 85 divided by 100 is 765. Here I did it. No, 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 no. Allahu Akbar. Okay, look over here. I'm saying 85 divided by 100 of x. So of means I multiply with x. And this is equal to what? This is equal to 765. Understood? And now since I have to find value of x, I will move everything to the other side of the equation. Right? So if I move this 85 over 100 to the other side of the equation, it would become 765 would stay as it is. 85 over 100 over here, if it goes over there, it would become 100 by 85. So now in your calculator, you can put 765 multiplied by 100 divided by 85, and you will get value for x. E would be 18.75 divided by 0.15, 125. Correct. Correct. Excellent. Excellent. Sir Arman, have you done B, D, and F? B, E, and F? So what were you doing then? Quickly give me answer for F first. Miss Noor, answer for part F. Yes. No. 147 for F? No. So that tells you are making the same mistake, both of you. So here is how it would be done. Simple, same thing. 7 divided by 100 into x is equal to 0.105. So x will be equal to 0.105 into 100 divided by 7, which is 1.5. Miss Anam, are you team Arman or team Saad? What's your answer for part F, 1F? Question number 1F, quickly, what is the answer, Miss Anam? Sorry? 1.5. All right. Sir Arman, you will tell me answer for question number 2F. Miss Noor, you will tell me answer for question number 2C. And Miss Anam, you will tell me answer for question number 2E. Quickly. C, C, C. This is Noor written in front of C. Sorry for the bad handwriting. My mobile's not charged today, so I'm just writing with my fingers on this iPad. You have to do part E. Question number 2E. Sir Arman, what's the answer of question number 2F? So, no, the same logic we have been doing in the last question. So 144% will be 144 over 100 of y multiplied by y is equal to minus 54.72. And then y will be equal to minus 54.72 multiplied by 100 by 144. Uh, 1, no. So 210% of y is 189. 210 divided by 100 multiplied by y is equal to 189. And then y will be equal to 189 multiplied by 100 divided by 210. What's the answer, Miss Noor? E. 1.5 divided by, it's 91.5. 0.25, Miss Anam. Correct. Correct. 0.25 for E. Arman, what's the answer for F? Your performance in the class has been declining. You used to be good at answering questions at start, but for the past few classes, it hasn't been going on well. Since you stopped turning on your camera. So why don't you use your laptops or mobiles calculator? Mm-hmm. For math classes, you should always have your calculator with you. So if you put this in your calculator, 100 by 144, it's the same as saying minus 54.72 divided by 1.44. So the answer for this part F, it would be 38 minus 38. Miss Noor and Miss Anam, quickly check answer for question number 2F and tell me what it is. Miss Noor and Miss Anam, question number 2F, what is the answer? Minus 38 because it's minus 54, negative 38 because it's negative 54.72. Okay, shall we move to question number 3 then? All right. Question number 3. Can anybody tell me how we do this one? It's the same word problem for the questions that we have done above. If any one of you can give me equation for question number 3. And there are 98. If you could tell me the complete equation, this multiplied by this would be equal to this. 98 into 100 by 35. What would this be? This is what? What is this 280? What does this represent? And why this particular equation? Why not any other equation? So what we have over here in the geography textbook, 35% of the pages, they are colored. There are 98 colored pages. So it means if colored pages, I call them C. So 35%, or the total pages I call them P. Total number of pages I call them P. So I say 35% into P is equal to 98. So P will be equal to 98 divided by 35%, or 98 divided by 0.35. Miss Anam, understood? Sir Arman, please solve question number 4 and give me the answer. All of you solve question number 4 and give me the answer. What's the answer for question number 3, Sir Arman? Sir Arman, answer to question number 3. It would be 280. Hmm. All right, all right, all right. Next, please. Question number 4. Answer. Miss Anam, either you do 3500 divided by 28%, or you do 35 into 100 by 28. Don't do both. Miss Noor, what's the answer to question number 4? Yes, Miss Anna. 12,500. 12,500. Not 125,000, not 980. See, there are 3,500 families who own a car, and this represents 28% of total families. 28% of total families. So 28%, right? 28% into total is equal to 3,500. So total will be equal to 3,500 divided by 28%. What is 3,500 divided by 28%? Sir Arman, 3,500 into 100 by 28. 100 by 28 into 3,500, not 350. So this would be 12,500. This would be 12,500. All right. Who can tell me answer for question number 5? Quickly. Sir Arman, question number 5. Answer. Miss Noor, question number 5. What is the answer? Miss Anam, you too. Come on, you people told me that you have studied numbers in the classes before, and this should be quite easy for you. If 12% is 3 questions, then each question 22. So Sir Arman is saying she got 22 questions correct. That's what you're saying, Sir Arman? Hmm. Miss Anam, Miss Noor, are you solving question number 5? 29.3 is wrong. Okay, look over here. She scored 88%. So that means she got 88% correct, right? So how many percentage did she get wrong? How many percent did she get wrong, Miss Anna? What would be the remaining exactly? 12%. So she got, no, we will say 12% of total marks. Let's call that M. 12% of total marks is 3. 12% of total marks is 3. Does Miss Anam and Miss Noor, do you both understand this? She got 12% wrong, right? Because she scored 88%. If she scored 88%, that means she got 12% questions wrong. And the questions she has got incorrect, they are 3. So 12% of total marks or 12% of total questions, that is 3. Sanam, do you get it? Okay. So then total questions or total marks, they will be equal to 3 divided by 12%. So how many are total marks? Total marks, they turn out to be 25. Total marks are 25. 3 she got wrong. So the correct ones are 22. Yes, Anam, do you understand? Quickly give me answer for question. Yours was correct. Yours was correct. Excellent. Good job. Question 6 also, Sir Arman. 12, 12. Hmm. Hmm. So first of all, let's make this number simple. If I write it in standard form, in the form of 10 to the power something, do you people know how to write answers in standard form? Yes, Anam, do you know how to convert into standard form? Okay, so this is the number. Now, what is happening is when it says water expands when it freezes. So the volume of water, it increases as water freezes. Ice is less dense than water, so it floats. So for the same mass, since volume has increased, that would mean the density of ice is less than that of water. If density of ice is less than that of water, it would be on top of water. Less dense material is on the top, more dense material would be down below. If the increase in volume is 4%, so water, its volume increases by 4% when ice freezes. Miss Anam, are you listening? So volume of water increases by 4% when ice increases. What volume of water will make an iceberg of this much volume? So is this the value after increase or before increase, first of all? This 1.27 into 10 to the power 7, is this the volume after increase or before increase? Anyone? Sir Arman? Miss Anam? This is after increase. So it means initial value, that is what I have to find out. Right now, I do not know what initial value is, so I call that x. But this x, it increases by 4%. So initially it was 100%. When it increased by 4%, it became 104%. So when x, it becomes 104%, it is 1.27 into 10 to the power 7. Understood, Miss Anam? So now simply to find out the value of x, I will say 1.27 into 10 to the power 7 divided by 104. Won't it be what? 10 to the power 7? Okay. I did not stop after the zeros, so let's quickly see. Bismillah. Right now decimal is over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm moving the decimal 7 places. So initially it was here. How many places did I move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Understood? So now 1.27 into 10 to the power 7 divided by 104%. What's the answer? What is the answer? Call it out. 1,221,1,538. So this is the answer, and they are telling me to keep this answer up till three significant figures. So what are the three significant figures? 1, 2, 3. So this will become 122, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. The rest will become 0. Okay. So if I convert it into scientific form, it would be, right now the decimal is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1.22 into 10 to the power 7. That would be the answer in three significant figures. Understood? 122. So Arman, for 122, you'll have to give the power as well with it. It would be 1.22 into 10 to the power 7.